There's a storm a-comin'.
Only shooting stars break the
Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today I'm playing with Indris, the Hydrostatic Surge. When Indris enters the battlefield, you conjure a lightning bolt into your library, but it's not just any lightning bolt, it's a lightning bolt with storm, meaning that it gets copied for each other spell that was cast this turn. But it doesn't get put into your hand, it's in your library, which means you have to dig it out of your deck. Indris helps you do that by drawing you a card when you cast an instant or sorcery spell, kind of similar to Niv Mizzet, but just for you. But you can also tutor up that bolt using a couple of cards that happen to be in Arena, like Solve the Equation, which can get you any instant or sorcery from your deck, or a little bit more specific, Micromancer. Yeah, Micromancer's out here like, hey, what do you want? Wash away? Lightning Bolt? Or Lightning Bolt with Storm. Micromancer's such a great card to be playing with Indris. This deck is an Izzet Spellslinger Storm kind of deck. I'm not fully in the Storm brew of this deck, just because I found that it was very, very fragile and our opponents are running removal. So I'm also running removal. In fact, I'm running a lot of these small red board wipes like Brotherhood's End, Anger of the Gods, Storm's Wrath, and Burn Down the House to keep my opponent's creatures under control while I dig and try to set up for a sweet storming turn with Indris, or just generally try to get some good cards into play. A lot of the cards in this deck help you discount your instants and sorceries. They get you some card advantage, or as I said before, they're just here to keep things under control. But because casting instants or sorceries draws you a card if Indris is in play, you're going to want to generate extra instants and sorceries, which is what things like Tome of the Infinite do. Or you can bring things back from your graveyard using Snapcaster Mage or Mizzet's Mastery. These all work as ways to keep triggering Indris. And because we are a bit of that Storm style, I've got cards like Ashling and Urabrask as sweet backup win cons if Indris doesn't manage to stick into play. So let's take Indris into the queue and start surging with our lightning bolts. Maha, its feathers, Knight. Mono black removal, because it gives everything a toughness of 1. Oh, on my side of the battlefield at the very least. I have some removal in this hand that can't kill Maha. I have a counterspell that can't hit Maha. So I'm going to mulligan. I do have that nice little discount there, though. I think this is better. I have 2 blue, Mana Drain, Micromancer to find my Lightning Bolt, and then Niv Mizzet, who is approximately the same size as Maha, ignoring all the trample and everything else. I'm going to go for the Signet over Mana Drain. We have the shove aside, but it is sorcery speed since I went first. Guardian Idol. Cool. I think I'm still good with playing the Micromancer without using it to get the Storm stuff. Because I just want some cheap spells I can cast. And some of them are like, wash away, so I can hit their commander. Since we know they can't cast it this next turn unless they Dark Ritual. But if they have a Dark Ritual, well, great. They have a friggin' Dark Ritual. Feed the Swarm, they ate the Micromancer. Delicious. We're starting to get to the point where we can just start holding up mana for good abilities, too. Like, Discover the Formula is really nice. Oh, and since it was brought up, do I have Curiosity in the deck for Niv Mizzet? I don't. I just have Niv Mizzet, because similarly to Indris, it's a good card. They're duressing me. I'm trying to think if I care enough. I do. I'm going to wash away full cost the duress. This makes it seem like I will not have a way to counter Maha. I do, and I want more mana, and Mana Drain will hit for more. I don't know why they bolted that in. They paid 3 life for Repel the Profane. Maybe they forgot that Guardian Idol was giving them mana. Or maybe they forgot about the discount from Jet Medallion. Anyway, now I have tons and tons of mana, so I am going to just fire off Discover the Formula here. I kind of also like throwing down Shark Typhoon. In fact, that sounds really fun. We hard cast Shark Typhoon. I love a Shark Typhoon. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. It's even better when it's like this. Okay, who do I want to blast off here? So it's discard a card for the ward, so I'd have to discard an awful lot for you. Maybe I'll just pop down the Indris. Miraniv. Ooh. Niv, who has 1 toughness. Listen, you want to cast an instant or sorcery? Oh no, that's Knight of Soul's Betrayal. This puts me in a lockout. All of my creatures will have -1/-1 and a toughness of 1. I do have ways to get rid of this. It's called I will have to empty out my whole hand and kill Maha with, like, Molten Impact, because they also reduce its toughness. Yep. And I'm going to drop Shove. Maybe actually Brotherhood's End. Brotherhood's End would be able to destroy all 3 of those. Or discard a card. Yep, I'm going to drop Shove aside. Going to play Tome of the Infinite. Shark! I have Memory Lapse being held up. Maha back on top. Yeah, we have Knight of Soul's Betrayal, and we also have Karavek. I believe that has the same effect. All other creatures get -1/-1. You ponder. Probably gonna ponder and just dig for a way to deal with that. This will not get me a shark. Well, it will, but the shark will be dead. Yeah, no, that's perfect. Decline. I can even pop down Kitsa here. Kitsa, who currently has no power. Sometimes a well-timed counterspell is desperately important. And that's all we're really doing here, is just trying to hold the line. Spit out some sharks. Do I have things in the deck that can remove the enchantment? I can bounce it back into hand with either something like Cyclonic Rift or River's Rebuke, and then I can counter it. I also have a way to bounce it back into hand with, there's an MDFC that does that too, I believe. I don't think we used it yet. Consuming Corruption, gaining life, and killing my Kitsa. Aw, man! Yeah, it will enter the battlefield and then immediately die. Could play Ashling here, and then... Oh, no, I don't quite have enough mana for what I want to do. I'm gonna go ahead and activate this Tome of the Infinite. Dark Ritual. Cool. Probably use that next turn. Hey, Maha! You sure do cost 10 mana. Oh, worm? Bye, Snapcaster Mage. Man, oh man. That's a mana drain. A mana drain that's gonna get me 6 more mana next turn. Indris, you ready to come out and shine? Man, a drain. Indris is going to offer me some beautiful card draw here. There is now my Fancy Pants Lightning Bolt in the deck. Gonna use Tome of the Infinite. Got another Dark Ritual. Ashling. Okay, I want to draw, so... Dead Shark. What do I draw? I was hoping to draw and discard, draw and discard. Yeah, I don't really get there. It's like I can replay Indris if I had played this before, I think. Doesn't quite get me there. We're only gonna get some damage in. Oh! Adamantios! I'm glad you liked the Shuffle Up and Play episode. Okay, so Maha comes out and all these are gonna die. But I have a Lightning Bolt with Storm somewhere in my deck. I just gotta get there. And cast a bunch of other spells in a turn too. But like, we'll get there. We'll find it. Think it is stupid that lets me bounce the Knight of Souls Betrayal or Maha. The storm is coming. Oh yeah, it is. Solar Transformer. Gets the 3 energy. I do have a Guardian Idol, also able to attack. We are in their end step. This also gets me some damage in. Right? Oh no, because that resolves first. That's fine. Cool. Alright, I have to do at least one of these first. I know, I want to do both. For Indris. There's yet another one of those bolts in the deck. Well, hello! The Grape Shot and Lightning Bolt. Let's do them both. Alright, we're going to play some hot grapes. The hottest you've ever seen. And they're probably thinking, oh, well, that's not lethal. I know, I'm being very mean by not taking the lethal. But sometimes it just feels really good to show your lightning bolts. We bolt it, and we bolt it, and we bolt, 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 and we win! GG. Tamiyo Field Researcher. This is the Tamiyo that can make it so creatures draw some cards, and also, eventually gets to her ultimate ability. That's real nasty. I hate it. No thanks. This hand is actually not terrible because it's got these in it. With only 2 mana, the Lightning Bolt, I don't feel comfortable keeping it. So I'm gonna mulligan. This seems a little better, a little like less good actually for this matchup specifically, but it does have lands, and it's got something that's going to make attackers for me. It's got some removal, but creature only, and Tail's End to hopefully counter Tamiyo. I do suspect, by the way, that they're going to be trying to ramp to Tamiyo, get her out before turn 4, since she's kind of fragile to counter spells otherwise. Or they'll have counter spells of their own, because Tamiyo's good with that. Oftentimes played with a lot of other planeswalkers, too. I may end up, like, desperate and playing Storm's Wrath. Alright, Tamiyo. Otter. Why I otter? Fun fact, not a wizard. It's a monk! They're saying hello? Hey? An experimental augury! Sure. I'd rather you proliferate nothing than proliferate your ding-dang Tamiyo. Yeah, Indris is an otter. There's like 2 other otters in the deck too, because I like otters. I guess I could have Tails Ended the Scalding Tarn fetch, but I'm not like that today. I'll probably be like that later after I've played this deck for a few hours and I'm just like, I'm sick and tired of you taking game actions. Die. I will draw 2 cards. And make a little guy. They're mana draining this. This is in their end step, so they will get the mana on their next main phase. Is it Tammy time? Maybe it's time for like a big Teferi too. Tamiyo, what you want? Ugh, Narset. Nah, I'm still gonna counter that. I like drawing cards. Believe it or not, it's one of the things that Indris does is draw cards. I'm gonna try to Tails End a Narset. Get myself a token. I'm gonna Spell Pierce it. I cannot pact it. I don't have the mana to pay for it. If Indris ever survives. Yeah. At least I can kill the Narset by attacking her. She got a Flare of Cultivation. They do not have double green here, but they do have an Elvish Mystic, which they could sacrifice to the Flare. What do you value more, having a blocker or having more mana? They value having the mana. Oh, I could just shove her. Oh, I should have played that as blue for Pact. I clicked bad there. That's okay. Who went first? I went first. Yeah, save it. Yeah, that's my bad. I was like, oh, I have double blue, right? I don't have double blue. So I cannot use the Pact here. Voice of Resurgence. That's going to punish me for casting spells on their turn by making a token for them. Tim Tam. She's probably plus in hitting. Maybe a Iconoclast than that. Okay. That's right. I can cast Pact. I would just die if I did. Which is, you know, kind of brave and sexy, if you ask me. There we go. There's a little bit of that mana that I crave. I'm going to drop Essence Flux. And maybe the Shove. But Shove gives me a nice way to, like, hit Tamiyo. Now let's go with this. Hey, kids, you want to trade? Cool. Evolution Sage! No. I don't like when you proliferate. Makes the Tamiyo ult faster, and that upsets me. You can do it next turn, maybe. Or maybe this turn. You could plus up. Oh. I guess John and Tom over here are gonna be their card draw outlets. They surveilled it into the graveyard? Wait, why can't I see it on top? Teferi's protect. They really want that ult. Yeah, Indris, it's an honor.
Together we can shift the current.
Maybe they'll proliferate my Brawl. Yeah. Maybe that's what they'll do.
Another genius idea by Zarek.
I'll have to pay 5 next turn. They really wanted that to resolve, I'm sure. They have blockers, though. Who did you choose? I hate that it doesn't quickly highlight. Okay, this and that. Und das und dies. Why did it leave my Cavern of Souls untapped? Ugh. Rena, sweetie. I want my, like, red and or blue mana. Alright, that does not hit Planeswalkers. We'll drop you. Soakin's on. Bop it.
Oh yeah, plans coming together.
In case I wanted to cast an Otter. Thanks. Go bop Tamiyo. They will get to draw a card. Tamiyo is now at 2 loyalty. I mean, I do have a 2-mana Otter in my hand. I should have checked Auto Tapper. It's my fault. You say bye-bye? Aww. Okay. I will plus roll. And the reason to do that is so he won't die when I cast this. Do I want to play this Otter this turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, this is gonna seem kind of like, I don't know, cutesy. You get no abilities! Yay! 3 damage to each creature and each planeswalker.
Another genius. Who gets that for that?
Then I'm going to play my accident-prone apprentice. Who's just a little guy! Just a wizard. Hey!
I'll search another plane.
That's Raleigh uncool of you. Okay, so they made a roll. They stole my roll, in fact, with a fractured identity. I've been putting that into, like, a bunch of tokens decks. It's really fun. It's mean, but it's fun. Staff of Completion allows them to proliferate. So I'm just gonna do that.
This is an unexpected outcome.
Yeah, I'll +1. Did I whiff? Ugh, I whiffed. It was, 4 lands and a Niv Mizzet.
Another day, another job.
Hello to Fairy Time Raveler. Who would you like to put back into my hand? Roll. Okay. I've been fiddling with a keychain, by the way, while I'm recording this, and I broke it. And so if you see me looking sadly down at my hand, that's because I snapped part of the chain on this. I was being too aggressive with Claptrap. Or Claptrap. I'm too powerful. Or the metal's just too weak. Alright, so they'll get to draw a card if/when the accident-prone apprentice does the thing. I'm gonna go ahead and just petty theft. It'll happen twice. Actually, you know what? Brawl first.
One day, I'll get out of this miserable district.
We can do this together.
Blue, blue. counter. Bounce this. Copy the auto. Draw a card. Do a flippy. And they're saying GG, because my accident-prone otter is gonna hit, and roll might flip. There's 2 more damage. GG, Tamiyo, field researcher. Actually, I wonder if I just had lethal off minusing Chandra, too. Possibly. Bonnie Paul, Clear Cutter. This looks like a great hand, especially if I can get another blue mana so I can actually counter things. So I'll keep this. I have an otter in turn 1, and I have fixed Claptrap. I have gotten my needle nose pliers and reattached the chains. He's fixed. Eevee. Oh look, free counterspell that I can't pay for. Ramble Familiar. I'm not pacting it. It's a Kitza. Playing it. I should play it anyway and assert dominance. If I find myself in a hole that I don't think I can get out of, I'm gonna. Oh, I should say what Bonnie Paul does. Gets you lands from either your graveyard or your hand into play, makes a big cow, and also on top of everything else, when you attack in, she's drawing you cards. She's great. She's just like the most Simic of Simic. I'm going to attack in with Kitza, since she has Vigilance. And now I could either do the draw 2 cards and discard a card, or I could just draw a card and discard a card. Look at that! I found blue frickin' mana! Alright, what am I dropping here? Let's drop Pact. Bam. They could play Bonnie next turn, so I will hold up my counterspells. Thank you, Kitza. What a good otter. I can now use a counterspell! Not you. They're gonna feel so redeemed seeing that. They're gonna be like, yeah. Huh. Sure. Works for me. Or if they're holding a counterspell. Maybe. Kitza's a good little otter. That's why she's in here. She helps me sling spells and copy spells. Run! Can't be countered! And also has a bunch of other text. Cool. I could still mana drain, by the way, if I just, like, wanted 5 mana. Sometimes pay 2 to get 5 next turn. Totally worth it. There you go. I'll counter to Cryptic Coat, though. It's a better rate than Dark Ritual. Exactly. You get it. I'll still draw and drop. There's Mark Command. Not very helpful here. It's filtering. Maybe I'll bring it back later. We get that sweet, sweet extra mana. Read all about it. I don't have a way to, like, copy the Time Warp. So I think I'll just play Indris. Perfect. That's the turn. There's now Super Duper Ultra Mega Turbo Bolt in my deck. Also, I will draw a card when I cast 3 steps ahead. When they do play something I can counter. Something like... Bing Bong Ding Dong? You can have Bing Bong Ding Dong. I'm okay with Bing Bongs. No, Kite Sail Arsonist, absolutely not. That's gonna turn my thing right here, my Indris, my beautiful, beautiful girl, into a treasure. Not doing that. Not letting you do that. You love a Bing Bong. We all love a Bing Bong. Oh, hey, it's Cyclonic Rift. Hey, Cyclonic Rift. I didn't see you there. I think I just kind of let them do whatever they want this next turn. Set up for the Cyclonic Rift to bring back the mana drain. Yeah, I like that. Storm Chaser's talent. Level 2! Man! A drain! I treasure my commander, but not like that. It's your move, Bonnie. Did they not attack with Thrun? I guess they didn't want me swinging in with Indris. Sure. I mean, it's only indestructible on their turn, so, like, I could have offered them the trade. But I like that Indris gives me card draw. Oops, so many little rampoids. It happened. I don't think I need to filter. I very much like the cards in my hand. Time warp. Don't want to see what I draw. It's a land. Take a quadruple block Kitsa. She's so cute! I'll draw and discard. Ooh, Mizzix Mastery! Might be recasting that time warp again soon. I don't know. I believe this is going to work the way I want it to work. Oh, wait a minute. I was thinking we use Ashling, clear things out. Okay, if I do Ashling... Mizzix... It won't be enough mana. Okay, so we have to start with Spikefield Hazard. Some of you see what I'm doing here. To get the Prowess trigger onto Kitsa. Vadric would not leave me with enough. We Mizzix Mastery for Time Warp. Triggers, triggers, beautiful triggers. We copy and cast and it goes on the stack. I select myself. And do I have to put full control mode on for this? I might. I would like to copy the Time Warp that I have on the stack by paying 2 mana. That will give me 2 additional extra turns. Unless they have a counterspell here. They have very much not been, like, playing all their stuff. They have this Restless Vinestalk. That's a 5/5 I could block. A Sublime Epiphany! They know what they're up to. Everything. Smart move, wise guy. Now eat otter. They were holding on to that for a special treat. And they were right to do so. I think Bonnie's coming out this turn. And it was an all modes epiphany. Those gotta feel good. They get the cow. By the way, I don't really mind this. We have this. Nice! Thrun swings in. They can grab a land either from hand. There's not one in the graveyard, so I guess they'll grab one from hand. A couple of cows and trees that are nice and big and chunky. Funky, chunky, extra delicious. Do I have a way to get even more damage in here? I do. 3, 4, 5, 6. 8 for that. Okay. Mind Stone. Cyclonic Rift. Everything goes back into their hand. Do have a good number of lands, though. But this will slow them down. Also, I have 6 damage coming in. It's asking if they want to put it back into their hand. They do. I should have actually done this first, but I'll do it now. We have our mana drain up, ready to rumble. Cyclonic is incredibly strong. If you are a blue deck, I recommend you put it in there. That and River's Rebuke, especially if you're a Spellslinger. I'm actually going to fire off the mana drain on this because that leaves them with 5 mana. And leaves me with 3 extra next turn. Now that means that they're going to be playing small things. And all the small things that potentially die to Ashling if I can cast or copy 2 instants or sorceries in a turn. Yeah, put it in your Brawl decks. We are going to draw and discard off of Kitsa. It's not quite it. Okay, nice. That works out perfectly. Ashling. Solve the equation. Discarding Vadric. You know what we put in our deck this game? Lightning Bolt with Storm. Go for it, kids! Oh, also Ashling's gonna, like, do the thing. Oh, wait. Yeah. Cool, we win. GG, Bonnie! Liliana, Death's Majesty, a reanimation spell in the command zone that can also mill and set up for even more reanimation. Since we now have cards like Persist and Reanimate in Arena, Liliana can be very quick at bringing things out of the graveyard. Hi, Liliana. I guess she can also be a zombies guy? Yeah, she's got a zombies-related ultimate ability of destroying all non-zombie creatures. Pretty fair. Dread Wanderer swinging in. This can come back from the graveyard pretty easily, as long as you have an empty hand and empty mind. You have 3 mana to pay. Ooh, Jadar. Jadar, like, I can wait until we have this burn down the house, so I'm willing to let them have the Jadar for now. Even though, like, y'all saw me, I'm, like, itching to snap off the counter spells. Five damage coming in. The zombie dies, but they'll get a fresh one. Cold Steel Heart. You know what? I will mana drain the Cold Steel Heart. They get their zomboys. I can use this mana either to burn down the house, or I think to just play Indris. I've got 6. Let's use it all up. And now I have card draw. And also like a cool otter who can block all of these. Though they probably have some really good removal in their deck since it's, you know, mono black. No, it's zombie. So this is definitely a mono black zombies build. This is a zombie. Make zombies every turn. They're killing my otter. It's fair. At least I have the storm in hand. And when I use burn down the house whenever that happens, it will also be drawing them cards because Undead Augur draws you cards based on your zombies dying. I'm gonna go for Urabrask this time. Rather than the Snapcaster mana drain. Everything here dies to Urabrask flipping over. So if I can manage to cast 3 spells in a turn, well, he dies first. Okay. So, powerfully aggro. Justice for Urabrask. Urabrask is dead. Hey, that's not a zombie. Still good for sacrificing, though. I think I might need to do this. Yeah, they probably have good removal, like Go for the Throne, Bitter Triumph, instant speed removal that can take out even my nasty little planeswalkers and critters here. Is it time for Liliana? Coming out making a zombie? No, Torment of Scarabs. They're gonna make me discard or sacrifice or lose life. I I am going to discard Sink into Stupor. Then I'm going to pass the turn. I don't have enough mana for Kitsa, Snapcaster, and the spell. Good chowdy, everyone. RP, thank you! Thank you so much for the sub! Alright, we're gonna snap. I understand that this is happening, so instead I can Sink into Stupor it. I could also just get the mana. Getting the mana gets me the Indris. And I do have a whole turn till that thing kills me. Yeah, I'm still doing it. Give me the mana. 5 mana, I don't care. Discarding Kitsa. That's 5 extra mana. Stormchaser's talent doesn't help. Sublime Epiphany is rad, but not quite what I crave. Bounce, copy, Slam Jam. Just burn down the house, make a couple tokens, start swinging in with those. The Devils! That'll be great to sacrifice to Tormented Scarabs, too. You're down to 12 life. Zombies tend not to have haste. There are some exceptions, but zombies tend to be kind of slow. With like 6 life, I can hopefully defend. We also have 3 direct damage through these devils. We have at least 1 Storm Bolt in the deck. A Priest of Haunted Edge! Oh, that can kill a thing. I get a zombie.
Another minion never hurts.
Bing bong! Everything to face. Go for it, kids. We got our Sink into Stupor, our Sublime Epiphanies. I go for the Epiphany, play this as a land. It depends on the movie. Is it 28 Days Later that was, like, notorious for having very fast zombies? I feel like I remember people joking about that when I was younger, but I've never seen those movies, so I don't actually know. It was... Okay, so 28 Days Later, that whole series had fast zombies. Sprinting zombies. Oh, and World War Z did, too. They got zoomy zombies. Would you like to bring back... an auger? Go draw your cards. You're also kind of fast in the Dawn of the Dead remakes. Oh. Oh, hi Liliana, Dreadhorde General.
My army will
That's so many zombies every turn. They're killing my devil token. They could mine us now. Yeah, it's Liliana, 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 Liliana.
From battle to the grave.
They can make a blocker. And they are reanimating the Priest of Haunted Edge. Rather than making a 2/2, they'd rather have this 0/4. They actually just set me up really nicely, though, for this Brotherhood's End, but they don't know I have a Brotherhood's End. There also might be something else like a Reanimate in their hand. We will see. Yep, reanimating Jadar. That's fine. I am going to... This kind of sucks. Sacrifice an online permanent, I think, and drop the Otter class. I don't think I can afford to lose the 3 life. I'm going to swing for face. Blocking with Jadar? Huh. Okay. I only have 5 left, so like I can't hold up Sublime Epiphany. You have the Black Dragon. It's a different Black Dragon than the Gate of the Black Dragon is, but like, you have a Black Dragon, you could play it. Yeah, there's a couple red mass damage spells that bonk walkers. The old ones don't, the new ones do. Oh gosh, that's a Jiza. Terrifying card. Are you target? You were only target when you came in. Okay, so Kalitas. Yep, that's a problem. These are all problems. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to lose 3 life, and we're going to believe in the heart of the cards. Just going to go ahead and step back into hand and draw a card. It's fine. Just because I'm dead. Imagine, by the way, if off the draw of Sublime Epiphany... Oh my god, too little, too late. Imagine if off the draw of Sublime Epiphany I'd gotten the bolt, the Storm Bolt. That would have been beautiful. A fine game, though! GG, Liliana. They're just showing me like, hey, take it out. I had all of these. You sure did. GG, Liliana. Illuna, Apex of Wishes. Oftentimes, it's a combo commander where you mutate onto a token, and the only non-land permanent in your deck is Omni, allowing you to cast spells for free. In order to do that, they're going to be playing just general spell slinger in teamer colors, counter spells, a couple tokens, things that will keep the game under control until they can cast everything for free. Behold, a cute little otter. You love otters. Right, Illuna? Also, I should mention, this could be a mutate deck. It probably isn't. I don't want to say it most certainly isn't, but it probably isn't. I expect to see many instants and sorceries from them. You got a lightning bolt or something? That's right. Okay. I'm actually gonna throw down Tome of the Infinite here while they're mostly tapped out. Because this is a really annoying spell that makes more spells for me. There's a chance that they're able to do the thing next turn. They're brainstorming. Their mind unleashed. Yeah, it's definitely the spells, Illuna. They didn't make a token, though. Compulsive Research. I want to fire off the mana drain just so I have a bunch of mana next turn. I think people are noticing I do that a lot. It's like, oh, is it about the ramp? No, it's about the me wanting to go crazy. Is this a timeless qualifier? No. But that's a snow-covered island. It's just a little guy. It's just a little guy who I might just make into a little die. Salt Strobe. That doesn't kill it. Two damage, make a treasure. 2 damage, make a treasure. 1 little otter. I want to use up the mana. Otherwise, I suppose I could have left that for later. Assault Strobe with Kitsa, though, could get me a ton of damage. They set themselves up for land destruction. Yep. Prismari Command, Treasure, and a Filter. Yeah, they haven't played anything that, like, makes them a token. There's a couple things that, like, you can make a token at instant speed. Those are some of the hardest to respond to. Do not hurt the otter. Do not hurt the adorable otters. Look at them, they're wizards! Oh, they had to make sure they had 3 snow. They did have 3 snow. I'm guessing they have that because they have Into the North in the deck. Yep. Giant Growth. Cool. From Kiln Artist. As far as I'm aware, there was not a 1-mana blue or green instant in Arena that would allow them to get something there. So I felt pretty safe about it. Use Tomedy Infinite again. For Spike. Cute. I'll just go for a bunch of damage this turn. Are you gonna hurt my sweet little guy? Rude. Holding the Cyclonic Rift in case they were able to then get a token out. Oh, hey, Brawl. Let me see what we got off this. This 4 Spike might actually come in handy. Fog. Great. Storm, kill an artist. Making treasures. Migration path. Sure. I'm just going to play out the accident-prone otter. The sweet whittle baby. Does he make the tome spells free? He does not. Here, I'll show you what it looks like. It just still says 1.
Talent like mine deserves respect.
So now we got a Swords, an Assault Probe, a Fog, and a 4th Spike. Yeah, he can't take away colored pips. So, like, this is still 1 white, it's just you're spending a red for the white. Or the blue for the white. Nice, a Sublime Epiphany. Cracking open a tome. And reading from this pages. By the way, this card is stupid. Assault Strobe. Make him go. Nice roll. Nice. Swinging in. Putting a +1/+1 counter on my big old double striker. Would I like to exile him? Cast 2. Yeah, flip him.
Prepare to be amazed beyond your imagination.
I technically have lethal off Sublime Epiphany, but I don't trust like that when I can instead use roll. GG, Illuna, Apex of Wishes.
Lightning always strikes twice.
Sorin of House Markov, a life gain commander that flips over into a planeswalker after you've gained some life in your turn, and then can deal damage based on the amount of life you've gained. Or he can also, like, steal things. Sorin can do crime. He can make snacks and do crime. River's Rebuke, that's probably going to be helpful. I have roll for some discount Stormkin Artist to get me a refund on some of these spells. But they're going to be very, very quick. Possibly even flipping over Sorin this turn and killing roll. These two, part of the same sequence of cards, but like, this dude's got Extort. Nice and easy. Okay, it doesn't look like they'll be flipping him this turn. That's good. Unless they pay the classic 1 mana gain 3 spell that does exist. I could destroy the Celestus. Yeah. Okay. Heads or tails? Do I want to flip him? Sure. Gives a target that's actually slightly harder to
Time for a
kill.
field test. Testing is ahead of schedule.
Yeah, I didn't know I was going to win the coin flip. If I did know, what I could have done instead would have been going for the damage and then doing that. But that's, you know, gotta get lucky for that. Righteous Valkyrie. Gain some life on clerics and angels. I think I'm just gonna sacrifice the roll here.
I'm not messing around.
It's a blue permanent other than roll. Sorin swinging in, same with the Righteous Valkyrie. The reason I didn't just, like, plus
I'll
him
be back in my lab.
is I didn't have any way to really protect him in hand other than blocking. And I don't know, I feel like they're going to play things that will gain them the life. They didn't, though. I'm a little surprised. I guess, I'm just rewarded. Lucky me. A Righteous Valkyrie is great, but you do need a pretty good density of angels and clerics, which works well in most life gain decks. Also, once they get to 32 life in this format, all their critters will get +2/+2. Blocking Sorin. And once they get to 30 life, the Ascendant also gets huge. I am going to counter to the One Ring. Because it's the One Ring. We get extra mana here. If I play that out... 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't do it in that order, so I'm going to River's Rebuke. That gets me the treasure. And then I can Indris. But I'll attack in first. Oh, they'll leave. Okay, GG Sorin. Azusa, Lost but Seeking. I can kill some types of ramp that they play. If it's a Utopia Sprawl or a Arboreal Grazer, it won't work, but if they happen to play a turn 1 Llanowar Elf or Birds of Paradise, anything like that, I can kill with Electrostatic Bath or Delighted Halfling. Now that's just perfect. We're just gonna fire that off and kill this so they don't get Azusa down until turn 3. While I brew myself a cup of coffee. I'm currently on a caffeine cut. It's my last day of a caffeine cut, but I have been drinking decaf all week. And I know that's probably the saddest thing you've heard. Drinking decaf. Who would ever? I wonder if I should have actually just thrown down the otter here. Oh, hey! They played a thing that has a trigger. Which means I can respond to them. Wait. Oh, I was the starting player. Nah, I still managed to stop them from playing additional lands that turn. I guess I could kill her. I'm thinking of actually firing off the Storm's Wrath, saving the Flame of Anor. Otter grows. Cool. I was like, why can't I use any of the cards? Because I went first. Azusa returns. We bruise her decaf. It's not the worst. I have good decaf beans, at least. And no, it is a thing that can exist. Good decaf beans are real. Alright. Killing the Azusa now doesn't feel like it's really going to do that much, since... like, they've probably expended the lands in their hand. Okay, Augur of Autumn, though, will allow them to play lands off the top of their deck. Looks like it's not a land on top of their deck. So we're going to draw 2 cards and deal 5 damage to the Augur of Autumn to make my otter grow! Cute River's Rebuke. Too bad it's all lands. Probably just holding Discover the Formula here, because it's a heck of a great card. Ugh. Crucible. Thankfully, no sacrificey lands here. Oh. I mean, they have the Sunken Citadel and a couple of those. Do I feel Indris? Discover? I'm gonna go for Indris. Swinging for 3. They have 1 card in hand. Let's see what it is. It might be a land. That is what's playing, Savage. Yeah, the song that's playing is always in the top right corner, if you're ever like curious about what music's happening on the channel. Ooh, they are tutoring. Or a card. A creature or a land. Any creature. Now they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana here. So they can cast, I would say, pretty much anything in their deck. They would not be able to cast Emrakul or Ulamog because this can generate 1 additional mana. And they just don't quite have enough cards in graveyard because they exiled them. There's some cool tunes from Xenoblade. Off the side so I stop smelling it. Delicious coffee. So they got Ulamog the Defiler. They will be able to cast it next turn. This can turn into things in graveyard eventually. Me bouncing things into hand here isn't that crazy. Trying to think. If I just discover this turn, they will get to exile half of my deck. I'm going to hold the Scalding Tarn. And I'm just going to sit here. Revealing cards! Okay, Balagad Recovery and Disciple of Freyalise. They're sort of lands, but not quite lands. Azusa does Azusa things. Landfall happens. Triggers, 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 triggers. Ulamog the Defiler in response to my library being half exiled. I am going to get 3 cards into my hand. They get discounted. Alright, I got Play with Fire, Essence Flux. Now let's see if our Bolt Storm Bolt, whatever you want to call it, was exiled. It doesn't look like it was. Okay, so it's still in the deck. Great, that's good news. I love to hear that. They also now have these Cab-Ready Courtyard, which is going to get them triggers. They can even put these onto Ulamog because his Annihilator increases based on the number of counters he has. Yeah, you got me closer to my bolt. Don't mind me. Fierce Empath. Vegan. Some sort of oof. Emrakul? I'm gonna guess Emrakul. Yeah, Emrakul the world anew. Azusa, attack me! Azusa attacks, I block with Indris, and then I flux the Indris. Swoop, swoop. Ooh, Urbrask. Do I have enough to do Urbrask? Rebuke something else. Prismari Command pays for itself, but no, not quite. Oh, that's a shame. I could technically kill the Ulamog. To start, put everything back into hand. See what I draw off Indris. Currently have 11. And I can counter the spell, though not the ability. So if they are going to be stealing my creatures, they are going to be stealing my creatures. Alright, so Emrakul, the world anew. I can only counter the spell. But the problem with that is it makes it so if I do find a way to kill Emrakul, I don't think there's one in my deck, I wouldn't be able to get these back. So we are going to 3 steps ahead. Yeah, just counter. Wait. Oh, they have Eldrazi name. Never mind. They have a cavern. Yeah. I am going to, yes, grow my creatures. Draw 2, discard 2. Yeah, draw 2, discard 2, and 2 damage. 2 damage, draw 2, discard 2. And I'm doing this to get the damage in. They don't have any life gain other than the Crucible of Worlds looping at this moment. Discard 2, land. Play with fire, drawing cards. These 2 grow. Storm Chaser's talent does allow me to bring back River's Rebuke. It would cost me 4 to do that, and then 3 to recast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. It's not enough. Throw it back. So they get these. Zoozer. Roaring Earth. Where does that bolt? That's regular lightning bolt. I need bolt with storm. I need storm bolt. Kitsu, defend me. I'm doing this so they don't have triggers. They have lethal here. There's pretty much nothing I can do about it. They play the Fierce Empath. They tutor, I assume... Oh, wait. They're not doing that? Did they not have Crater Hoof Behemoth in their deck? Okay. Fair. Let's see. Do we still have a bolt? Oh, there's one of the bolts with Storm. The other bolt with Storm here, too. Nope. There's still one in the deck. There are 14 cards left, and one of them is Lightning Bolt with Storm. I'm not dead yet. It's just very, very close. Okay, I gotta play Stormkiln Artist. 3 steps ahead. I guess I can do both. Faithless Looting. Okay. We're gonna drop you and you. Oh, I only have to drop one. Right. I was thinking of the looting. We loot ever faithlessly. That's not it. Oh no! Okay, casting this lightning bolt. The 1 mana turns into 2. It's gonna be literally the bottom card of the deck. This doesn't save me. Chandra also doesn't save me, but she's gonna let me look at the top card of my library. Chandra? Is it the frickin' Bolt? Mizzix Mastery. That also would have been awesome. Well, I try. You don't need to do this. You can attack in. I'm fully tapped out. You have a 12/12 flyer. A 14/14 that makes me sacrifice 7 permanents. I think I'm dead. Sometimes you have it, and then sometimes whatever that was happens. I tried. GG, Zuza. She's big, she's mean, she's green, and she brings cards back from the graveyard. All of the lands in your grave come into play untapped when Lumra resolves. This seems like a good hand. We do have a Snapcaster and a Memory Lapse, a little bit of burn through Electrostatic Blast, and now I even have some ramp through the Signet. No bolts. That's okay. Hi, Shigeki. You're so cute and you don't die to Electrostatic Blast. I'm not going to bother holding at the Memory Lapse here. Oh, Bristly Bill! Getting a landfall, gonna grow. Probably Bill over Shigeki, since Shigeki has this Return to Hand ability. Passing the turn. Oh, how I yearn to pass the turn. Nissa! Whoa, 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 I ain't deal with that. Not right now. I'll deal with it later. I will deal with it in a little bit. Gonna bop Shigeki. Dust Bowl is able to destroy my lands, which is rude. I wish they still have lands. Maybe not. If they have a land, they can get Lumra out next turn. she does mill on enter the battlefield, I'm just gonna play Indris. Unfortunately, if they do get a land and Lumra comes out next turn, it could be disastrous for me. So let's find out. Mono green deck having a land? Never. They do have a land, sort of. It's Topiary Stomper fetching a land, getting them a basic force. It comes into play tapped. They get another counter onto Bristly Bill. Maybe. Nope, onto Topiary Stomper. They float a mana. You have something for 1 green, 1 colorless? No. Good. I could, like, do some blast in here. But then I'm not holding up my, my flashy times. I'll just pass. Hello, I'm here to snap and caster. That'll even draw me a card. That's cool. Do you not get a land? They could pay 5 to double the counters on Bristly Bill. I'm fine with that, actually. I'm going to throw Indris in front. Yep, they're tapping out for that. The Electrostatic Blast. Snap. Blast once more. I'm probably not going to be able to use whatever these cards are. Oh, but apparently the mental damage of that happening was enough to get them to leave. GG, Lumra. Bonnie Paul Clear Cutter. Once again, the lady with the big old cow who's going to be coming in, ramping, and probably stomping me with her big old green and blue boys. Oftentimes backed up with a couple bounce spells, counter spells, and the other stuff that's good in blue. Bonnie Paul's out here being, I would say, mostly green, though. A good Bonnie Paul to me is a mostly green deck, but I'm also somebody who skews, as you can probably tell by watching me play, towards green. I like green. Blue for bow. I'm gonna name Otter. Play the Signet. And swing with my little otter. Somebody asked, is this a naked goblin? This is Fibblethub. He's a homunculus. Not a counterspell. Okay, I'll take that as a good sign. Plussin. Bussin. Let's go. Swing for 2. Is the question, is Fibblethub naked? Yeah. No, he is. Actually, let's play Indris this turn. Or try to. This could get Memory Lapse, Tail's End, Wash Away, Essence, Scatter. Indris resolved! We now have our very special Lightning Bolt in the deck. I'm also very happy. They did not ramp on turn 2. They could play Growth Spiral, but they didn't before, so I don't think they have it. Oh yeah, I had a Cavern of Souls. Guys, I forgot, alright? Listen, I don't pay attention to the game actions I took 1 turn ago. Not that smart. Sometimes I'm that smart. Settle the Wilds, get them a land, and a 5-mana permanent into hand. That could be... Oh gosh, there's a lot of really good 5/5. I was gonna say Vorinclex would be my pick.
You're going down.
Micromancer. I'm not grabbing the bolt. I'm grabbing Wash Away. Because I'm a rude little monster. Thanks, Micromancer. Very chill of you to help fetch my cards. GG, Bonnie. Thank thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. I hope you enjoyed seeing Indris storming off and doing just general is-it things in this deck. I think that what's tricky about playing Indris is that it is a 6-mana commander, and you don't really want to be running too much ramp in this deck because it doesn't play that nicely with Indris. I think that I could have put in more of the cards that, like, draw you cards, discard cards, and make treasures, because those all would work nicely with Indris's abilities and the other instant and sorcery shenanigans that we're doing in this deck. I'm just not that big of a fan of those cards. That's why they happen to not be in this build, but you are always welcome to add them yourself. If you're looking for my deck list, it's below in the description. And if you'd like to suggest a commander, this was a suggested commander, please leave a comment. Say, hey, Amy, it's been months since you've revisited Get Rog Monster. And I'll say, yeah, you know what? We are due for our, like, every 4 months I gotta republish Get Rog Monster deck because I love Get Rog Monster. So please leave a comment letting me know which commanders you'd like to see, especially if it's like Bloomburrow, Modern Horizons 3, or even Outlaws of Thunder Junction. There were so many sets that came out recently that I have not even caught up with all of the commanders they've made. Also, Duskborn comes out a week from now. It's gonna be about a week and a half for Arena, but it's happening. So if there's a commander from Duskborn, you can even, like, get ahead of the line and be like, Amy, Rue the Moth, and I'll be like, Valgaboth at your service. I think I said his name right. I'm not sure. Big Moth guy. It's a cool demon. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a brawlful day.